What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Kaulig Nation, your one-stop shop for all things Kaulig Racing, Dinger Nation, SVG Nation. This wasn't a planned live stream, just blowing off some steam here. We haven't done a piece of content in a while. I'll explain why momentarily. Um, just really, we're week 2 into 2025, and NASCAR is not far away, which is crazy to say already. Feels like the season just ended, and now we're talking about the next season being what, 5 weeks away? Pretty nuts. I might be off on that timeline. It might be 6 weeks, but feels like it's 4 or 5 weeks away. Um, so a few things that I just want to address. First and foremost, most importantly, Ryan is not here today, and we probably would have had a piece of content out, but all I will say is this: he and his family are going through an incredibly difficult time right now, and if you can keep him in your thoughts, it would be appreciated. He will be back, and if he wants to dive further into that, that will be up to him at that time. Um, I was sick. Christmas break, it was just nuts, and so yeah. We also did like a 1 hour recording session where we did like 5 short videos that were all like 9 to 12 minutes long, and we lost the content. So it's not like we didn't do stuff, it just didn't get released, which happens now and then in the content creation game. But shifting our focus to NASCAR, we will be doing select live streams throughout the season. Um, I think the biggest piece of news to talk about right off the top would be Junior Motorsports attempting the Daytona 500. Really can't wait to hear what Ryan has to say about this one, because I want Junior Motorsports to make the move to Cup. But to be clear, with how volatile the situation is with the Cup Series and how expensive it is, I do think Dale Jr. and his sister and everybody at Junior Motorsports have really gone about crafting their organization the right way. They are, in my opinion, the pinnacle of the Xfinity Series consistency in week out. Um, but I've always wanted them to make that jump and do a one car cup team and see where it goes. And while this isn't that, they are going to attempt the Daytona 500 because they do not have a charter. And they found some sponsorship for it. They're going to drive the number 40, which I thought was an interesting selection. Um, but the thing I found very surprising, well, sorry, not very surprising, not surprising at all, pardon me, was that they went with Justin Allgaier as their driver to attempt the Daytona 500. And to me, that makes all the sense in the world. Look, Justin Allgaier has earned it. He's been their guy for a very long time. Doesn't matter, how much you believe in the hype of some of the other guys. If there's a driver for Junior Motorsports that has earned an attempted Daytona 500 start, it is Justin Allgaier, hands down. I'm so happy for him. I hope for, him and that team that they make the race and that they do, fairly well, and they can sit here and go, let's do 4, 5, 6 more races. I doubt it would ever happen, but how awesome would it be to see Dale Jr. behind the wheel of a Junior Motorsports car at like Richmond or Bristol or Martinsville, one of those tracks. Given all the safety issues it's had, though, don't see that happening, but it'd be fun. People would talk about it, that's for sure. Um, SVG. That's right, our guy SVG in the news. Like we promised all last season, we will be continuing with our SVG coverage here at Kaulig Nation. Despite some people thinking us being overly critical, I thought Ryan and I were always fair. I was probably a little more harsh than Ryan. But we like the guy. We like what he brings to the sport. He's Captain Charisma, if you will. And, he is going to return to the Xfinity Series in 2025 on a part-time schedule. Obviously, he's doing the full-time schedule at Trackhouse and the 88 WeatherTech Chevrolet. but he's going to run some Xfinity Series races. And like we speculated months back now, we thought, given what was going on with the One Welcome stuff with Kaulig and RCR, and that alliance growing much, much stronger to a point, both teams basically say it's unofficially one team. We've seen uh, an engineer come over from RCR and perform as a crew chief with the Kaulig Cup cars, which elevated their performance. We've seen Ty Norris come in, who was a previous Trackhouse guy. Um, and it just seemed like the Kaulig Trackhouse relationship deteriorated a little bit. Whether that, whether there's more to that or not, who knows? It could just be business. But SVG will be running Xfinity races, four of them at the moment, four of them with Junior Motorsports. And to my knowledge, I believe I recall seeing Mexico, Chicago, Watkins Glen, and I don't remember the other one, but there was a fourth. So SVG to Junior Motorsports for at least four races in the Xfinity Series in 2025. Let us know in the comment section down below what you think about that. I'm actually pretty excited to see how he does with that. On the Kaulig front, I suspect very, very soon we're going to find out the partners for Kaulig in the 2025 Cup Series. We know that AJ Allmendinger has a new primary partner heading into next season. We just don't know who that is. And there's a rumor that Ty Dillon and RCR and company might have brought in a bunch of sponsorships. So we'll see what happens there. But I'm excited to see who the partners will be for this team. I'm excited to get back to recording content regularly. Excited to sit down here with all of you and just enjoy the racing as it comes. Again, our thoughts are with Ryan. Can't wait to get back on here with him and just get back to some level of normalcy. But for Ryan, I'm Sean. This is Kaulig Nation. We'll see you next time. Keep on smiling.